Hello everyone, my name is Brian and welcome to another Smite commentary, and we're going to take a first look at Daiji, the new god in Smite, or new goddess in Smite I should say. She is an assassin and she is an interesting one. I feel like she is pretty much your all-in god, so to speak. Well, her kit supports it a lot, going all in. And she is an interesting one because her ultimate, I feel like her ultimate doesn't even fit her kit that well, but it's still a good ultimate together, altogether, just because it can provide you a lot if it works out for you. Okay, so I'll talk a little bit about her kit. Her passive, if she deals a basic attack, a dot is applied. This dot deals damage, I think it ticks twice or 3 times, and it scales off of power, which is pretty good. It also is applied with a couple of your abilities, so there are ways you can just straight up get a lot of dots on an opponent. There is no limit to the amount of dots that are available. Ooh, this is already a little bit of an awkward spot. It looks like I'm fine, but getting pushed by the Kuzenbo, definitely a difficult one. Okay, first ability is a buff for her basic attack. Her next basic attack that she hits, confirms on something, will deal additional damage, and it will apply a dot that deals damage over time for 3 seconds, which is pretty good. Let's see if we can get him. Is it enough? Ah, the dot wasn't enough. It looks like Arzonque is first blood on the left side. That's unfortunate. So close getting that Naja. I really thought that bleed would have been enough, but I only had 1 point into it, so I guess it wasn't enough damage just yet. Okay, her 2 is what you see me use there. It is an interesting one. It deals damage 4 times. With each of those ticks, you will apply your passive. You'll have increased movement speed while you're doing. You have slow immunity. I'm not sure if you have root immunity. I think you had something else than slow immunity on it. So a couple of immunities. And you also have decreased damage taken from sources behind you, which is interesting. 20% up to 40%. So if you have a lot of points into your 2, you can actually mitigate a good amount of damage while you're running away or using it as a runaway skill by activating your 2 for additional movement speed and having that, well, damage reduction together. Okay, third ability is what you see me use here. It is basically a teleport to with a small delay to an opponent or a teammate, but it needs to be a minion, a god, or whatever. Let's see if we can deal some damage to the El Quang. Let's go into the ultimate. Looks like you have to cast a pillar. Oh, that delay is big. Wow. I am so dead. I can try to go for it. That is rough. I got dotted. But yeah, I used my 3 on the minions there. You can use it on minions, on your own minions, to get out of safety. Or out, you can get to safety. But you cannot use it on nothing, so to speak. You have to use it on a god, a minion, a buff camp, an enemy god, enemy minions, enemy buff camp, fire giant, anything like that. Doesn't work on towers if I'm not mistaken. So you have to use it on something. It's not something you can use just a random place. It also deals damage upon landing in a small area around it, and it applies your passive again. So a lot of things apply to passive, which is pretty good. Can be pretty good altogether. Oh, let's see if we can get. Oh no, I'm so dead. Kuzenbo Blink in was very nice. Nice knockup by the Sylvanas, guaranteeing that Vulcan ultimate to confirm there. But yeah, that Kuzenbo Blink in pushing me is just straight up rest in pieces. With my 2, I think I would have been able to get out safely if it wasn't for that Kuzenbo. So well played by him, I guess. This is also the first time I've been playing since the new patch. I want to try out the new shield. What's it called? It's not Shield of Regrowth. I can't come up with the name. I guess we'll see it in a bit when I pick it up. But they buffed it a little bit, so the amount of power you have when you're above 50% HP is higher than it used to be, 10 higher to be exact, and the amount of protections is higher when you are below 50% HP by about 10. The base stats are a little bit lower, I think, by 5, so in total you'll lose a little bit of power when you are below 50% HP, and a little bit protections when you're above 50% HP, but altogether you'll get more benefit out of it. Let's go for the ultimate. I won't be able to pull the Naja there. That delay is so large. Okay, I really need to get used to this ultimate. I think I should put it on instant cast as well. Because apparently you have to get into the air, you have to cast your ultimate and click. Which I don't really get why. And then you can fire shots. You can fire 3 shots. You don't have a lot of time. There's a large delay on it. I feel like it's a little bit longer than the Rama ult delay. The snipes. Don't really want to go over to that side. I might want to go for the Zonquay though. I want to try and help out. He might die here. Will die. Actually, I think the Zonquay hit a root. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, that thing's not going to save me. It doesn't last long enough to survive that Zonquay ultimate. Once I used everything. To be fair, even if I didn't use my 3, there was nothing nearby I could have used my 3 on. So I definitely was dying there. Looks like Vulcan is in a little bit of trouble there. Very low on HP. He might die. Zonquay looking for it. And it looks like he gets the ticket, so that guarantees his death. This is a rough game. Yeah, shift the shield, that was the name. Shift the shield. It's 23.50, so it's not even that expensive. Provides you a little bit of protections, and since I do have to go in, I feel like I prefer it above the Jotuns, which I will get as well. But I feel like I need it because their team is so powerful close range, and that's probably not the best team to be against when you're Daiji to begin with. I mean, every single one of them is pretty powerful close range. I mean, Ao Kuang. That delay is also pretty substantial. There's a little bit of a delay before your 3 connects. Oh, I'm so dead. Let's see if we can hit some chains. Jump away. It does pull 2 of them, which is pretty good. Able to pick up 1. Oh no! Kappa. Not the Nene Kappas. They're too strong. Definitely need to put that on instant casting. It's quite annoying if you have to click again. As for the 3 and ult have a good delay. Your first basic attack isn't very instant either. Your 1 is a auto attack cancel, so that would be a little bit too strong, I think. But you do have to complete your basic attack before you cast your 1, otherwise you'll cancel it out and you won't deal any damage. That's something to get used to. I feel like this guard is very good, but I feel like it also needs to, you need to get used to it a little bit. It's not a guard that you'll pick up, well, I wouldn't say you can't destroy it with her instantly, but I feel like this isn't the best comp to be against. If I go in and they have a lot of their abilities still up, I just basically get destroyed. He actually stunned me before my 3 connected. That is rough, and I'm dead. Wow, okay. Note to self, don't fight Zonquay ever. Not when he has his ultimate, at least. I am playing this so poorly. What I actually should do is wait for a lot of their abilities to be used and then go in. I'm very squishy at the moment, and since they are all so centered about the close range combat, I just don't really have the best shot at getting rid of them. I figured we could kill Zonquay quickly, since we were with like 4 of us. But I guess he's a little bit too tanky and too fat to get rid of him quick enough. So, yeah, that's rough. As for the leveling order, still not sure what you would like to level. I feel like leveling the 2 is not that bad either, because it does more damage and you have more damage mitigation. The 3 is a lot more burst damage, and your 1 is also a lot more burst damage, and probably the most single target damage you can have. Let's see if you can pull them. Hit them with the chains. They might be pulled. Yeah, they get pulled. Nice. Decent amount of damage. Looks like our Neath is able to pick up that ninja. I'm taking so much damage. I need to be careful. At least he doesn't have his ultimate just yet, so I'm able to just get out. But that was a pretty good ultimate, not gonna lie. I mean, I was able to hit them both, and since they didn't have Purification Beads or CC Immune ult, they got pulled. So what the chain does, or when you hit someone with your ultimate, you'll chain them. A bit similar to Ares' ultimate, but if they use any CC Immune ability or Purification Beads during the time they are chained, or as you are firing it, then they will be able to, they won't be pulled. So that's pretty interesting. It will also stun for 1 second once the enemies are pulled. So it is a little, it's like, I feel like it's a mixture of the Rama plus the Ares ultimate. It is a snipe, it is delayed, you go up to into the air, you pull them afterwards. I feel like it's the best way to describe it. It's a Rama plus a Ares ultimate. Now, let's clear this a little bit. The basic attack chain is pretty interesting. I haven't really figured out yet what it is precisely, because I haven't been basic attacking a lot. I've been using my abilities mostly, or try to go for the basic attack cancel with my 2, which, not bad. Okay, looks like my team is doing pretty well. They are getting Dovin. Oh, I don't want to deal with that Aokwang. Let's get out. Let's see if we can hit him with my basic attack. Come on. Yeah, finally. Let's see if we can hit him. If he has his 2, he won't be pulled. Let's see if we can save the Neith with that. Oh no, she back. Oh god. I tried to save her. She was so low on HP and on mana. She had nothing left. She had enough for the backflip. And she backflipped as I pulled the Zhong Kui and the Ravana to that pillar. And then she literally was next to the Zhong Kui. That's so awkward. Well, I guess she wouldn't have survived anyway. If I didn't do my ultimate, then the Zhong Kui would have finished her off anyway. So, I guess it's fine. Still, rough game. 1-6, not doing too hard. But to be fair, it's the first time. And they have, like I mentioned, they have a very good close range team. I feel like we have late game though. We have a lot of damage with the Vulcan, which they can't deal too well with. We also have a Zhong Kui, so we can kind of counter their Zhong Kui with ours. And is also pretty effective against all the close range guards. Nice pull. A bit late of a ultimate, but I think the Naja did use purification beads, so if I get the opportunity I can ult him, and the only way he can kind of avoid it is to ult himself. Let's just clear this a little bit. I don't know what I want to get yet though. I can go for Titan's Bane, wouldn't be too bad. I can also go for a Brawl, as they do have a couple of good healing abilities and lifesteal. Let's see if we can assist this on Quay. I don't want to leave him alone though, but also don't really want to fight 2-on-3. So Quay doesn't have his ultimate, so he should be fine. Wow, nice blink in. Not gonna lie. Not going to kill, but chain connects. Actually, the chain kills. It's not that bad. Looks like some Quay uses his ultimate, so I'm not going to fight into that. If I just fight into that, I'll just die. His ultimate is down now though, and I can finish him off very quickly, getting that shutdown. This is, I think this is the Zhong Kui's first death. Yeah, it is. He's 10 in 1 now. That gave me a lot of gold. I'm actually very glad with that. Maybe we can get this tower as well. Let's see. Can we get him? Nice. Aokwang a little bit too low. He could have gotten the Zhong Kui though if he had his ultimate. I think it wasn't threshold or close enough. Don't really want to fight the Ravana though. Well, both not too healthy and I'm not feeling like it. Although our Sylvanas is here. Now let's just go for it. Decent damage. He does a good amount of damage back to me though. So I'll just back off. Let them deal with it. If they can get him, that's fine. Otherwise, no harm done, I guess. Okay. What do I want to get? Let's just get a Hydros. I feel like Hydros is pretty good because she uses her basic attacks a good amount. At least if you do it correctly. By Zhong Kui, you will be missed. I mean, if you go in with your 3, hit a basic attack, hit your 1, hit a basic attack, you'll have done 2 basic attacks and 2 abilities. So both of which will provide that Hydros Lament. You can also do it with your 2. A lot of ways to do it. Let's see if we can go for him. That hits the Naja. Naja might die to that. No, it's not. Oh, actually it is. Okay. I was worried he would survive that. And another kill. Not bad. I do need to be a little bit careful here. They might commit onto me. I'm too young. I can teleport to the minions. I'm so dead. Yeah. Get killed by the Nene again. Feels bad. At least getting a couple of return kills, so it's not too bad. But I think every single ability I have applies some kind of dot. The ultimate applies a dot. I forgot to mention that. The 3, well, applies the passive. The 2 applies the passive. The 1 applies a dot. I'm not sure if it also applies the passive, but it is still a basic attack you use to apply it. So at least one time your passive will be stacked. So yeah, okay, pretty interesting. Anyway, we should be doing a lot of damage now though. I have 220 power actually now. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. Okay, so nothing is bugged. I can't use it on a Phoenix. I can't use it on that little pillar thingy either, which is an interesting one. Let's see. Let's just go in. Nice, able to get him. Decent damage. Let's see if we can hit him. Nice. If he doesn't have a CC immune ult, he will be pulled. It looks like he will be pulled. Uses Aegis. That's not going to save you at all. Let's back off a little bit. The enemy Zhong Kuei uses his ultimate. I don't want to get hit by that. His ultimate is about to wear off, so we can commit on him. And we do a lot of damage. 3 to finish that off. Look at the damage. Destroying the enemy Zhong Kuei. I'm not sure if he has any defense. I don't think he does. So after his ultimate, he has nothing left. His passive is completely down. And that's going to be a D side. We can get this Phoenix. Probably not the Titan. The Najah is back. Kuzumo is back. I don't think we can get it because we are decently low. But getting this Phoenix is definitely very good for us. To be fair, I was struggling a lot in the early game. Now I'm kind of getting the hang of her. She's pretty interesting. I feel like she's better late game though. She's a lot stronger when she has a good amount of power because of passive. A passive stacks with power, so you get so much out of that. If you're able to apply it on someone quickly, you'll just completely destroy them. As you probably could tell on that Zhong Kuei, even though the Zhong Kuei is very fat. And level 20, and a Zhong Kuei. To be fair, Zhong Kuei without his passive isn't as tanky, but still. I picked up a Wing Blade to finish it off. I kind of feel like I need to get rid of that. Look at that damage. Wow, got destroyed. But yeah, I kind of feel like I need the movement speed. It also gives me a little bit more survivability. Let's go for ultimate. Hit the Zhong Kuei. Can I hit someone else? Hit the Ravana. Both of which are pulled. Pretty good. Let's see if we can go for it. I kind of want to go with the 3. Waiting for his ability to go down. And I will be able to get it. Avoiding the ultimate from the Ravana unintentionally though. With my Sanctuary. Glad I upgraded that one. Definitely feel like that was the better choice than Fury. Because most of that damage is just very easy to Aegis. So if I just Aegis, then I should be fine. Good damage. Look at that damage. It's so strong. Let's get out of the way though. I don't want to die. And it is going to be it. Looks like the Najah has nothing on us. We actually won. And I'm 10-7 in 11, which is not bad. Especially since, considering I was like 1-6 at some point. So, kind of bringing it back a bit. Yeah, I definitely needed to just play a little smarter. Making sure that a couple of abilities were used on the opponent's side before I went in. And never go in when Zhong Kuei is using his ultimate. I'll just straight up get destroyed if I do so. Let's see. Yeah, decent damage. It's not too great. To be fair, I didn't start off that well, so it makes sense that I'm not at the highest damage amount. But that's fine though. We were able to pick up a lot of them. Kind of swooping in, getting the kill as they were weakened by my team, by the Zhong Kuei, by the Falcon, by the Neath. Worked out pretty well. And so far for the first game, could have gone worse. Could have gone worse. Very rough start, but I feel like you need to get used to her delays a little bit. Her basic attack has a little charge up on it, so to say. It's not an instant. There are a couple of basic attacks that are pretty instant. This one is definitely not one of them. Kind of reminds me of the Susano first basic attack. Also has a delay on it. Ultimate, a little bit longer delay to hit the circles than Rama. And you need to fire it fast if you want to hit all 3. Which is also... There's more pressure for the timing. So you need to be very fast to make proper use out of it. And as for the 3 also delay, which they can use to their advantage as well, because they can use their ultimates, dashes, or whatnot to displace themselves. If they're backing, I think I'm not sure if you can teleport towards that fountain though. That would be pretty interesting. If you use a 3 on someone that's backing and they are able to back to the base if you teleport towards them. Not sure if that can happen. That's definitely something I want to try out, but that's going to be it. If you have a request for a god or a game mode, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one.